Candace Owens and Loomer, aka Jigsaw, absolutely hate each other. They've been in this heated exchange over X, and things are getting very ugly. I'm talking rants, doxing, posting mugshots. It's like, what the hell is even going on?
Candace Owens is just this one resentful ghetto black bitch. Like that's literally what she is. She's a racist too. Like you could listen to this, and I'm not a racist person, right? Like I don't hate black people, but I say she's a ghetto black bitch because you have to listen to the way that she has so much resentment for white girls, like white girls with blonde hair and blue eyes. And I'm originally a blonde too. I have blonde hair and blue eyes, right? Maybe that's why Candace has so much resentment towards me, but listen to the way that she describes how traumatizing it was for her to go on a play date as a young black girl in Connecticut at the home of a wealthy white blonde girl with blue eyes. And she really sees Erica Kirk as that white blonde girl that got everything that she wanted while her mommy and daddy didn't love her. Mommy and daddy didn't love me, and I was jealous of the white blonde girl growing up who had mommy and daddy. So now I'm going to dedicate my life to destroying every pretty white blonde girl that has a happy family, because I don't have a happy family. I don't have a happy family, and my husband is allegedly getting his ass plunged by Milo Yiannopoulos. So I'm going to destroy everything that I've wanted to destroy since I was a young little black girl whose parents didn't love her. Happy family.
Yeah, a lot to unpack there. Not really worth unpacking. It's just too insane. I do genuinely believe that she is on the brink of needing to be committed again. But the point in all of these lies, I met someone, who goes to the club in who's going to the club in high school? I've never in my life actually been out in Greenwich, Connecticut. Nobody had that kind of money, obviously, as you just mentioned, following that. But this entire thing, you have to recognize what to pull away from this is that she was going on an unhinged racist rant, and then she was able to make a demand that the president of the United States issue a truth social supporting her mania. And it was a demand, I want to be clear, that I am told specifically that Susie Wiles was staunchly opposed to. Credit to Susie Wiles. That she came up against that and said this is a very bad idea. And yet Trump's team overall conceded. The question is why? That's a very important question. Why did Donald Trump concede to a lunatic? There has been, of course, a very long-standing rumor that it's because she has blackmail on him, a rumor that I'm reticent to believe, right, because it's Laura Loomer, but it has something to do with her having relations, that she went on to Air Force One years ago, as we all knew, and then began telling people that she had relations with Donald Trump. Again, it's Laura Loomer, so don't just take it with a grain of salt, take it with a grain of crack cocaine, okay? But the point is, we are now able to demonstrate that she's able to force the administration's hand.
Since Trump has got elected, it's been no secret that there's been a lot of infighting in the world of MAGA. In my opinion, it happened after October 7th. It split the MAGA base into half. There's a lot of people pro-Israel, a lot of people anti-Israel, and they just don't agree with the Israeli government. We know Trump has a very good relationship with Israel, and he supports them no matter what. A lot of people think he's controlled. A lot of people think we are giving too much support of Israel. That's not that type of video. I say this just to illustrate how foundationally all of the MAGA were united. It just got split ever since October 7th. Old MAGA was Candace, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, Megyn Kelly, the OGs, everybody, we supported Trump. Fast forward to 2026, and a lot of those people that I just named have now become critical of the Trump administration and their actions. And we all know Laura Loomer is super pro-Israel, a super extreme Trump loyalist, that no matter what Trump does, she's not capable of criticizing Trump, not even one thing. And apparently she has close ties to the Trump administration, that he advises him for some reason. I'm not even sure to the full extent of what does she advise him on. And we have Candace, on the other hand, who was fired by the Daily Wire. And ever since then, she has skyrocketed in popularity. I would argue personally that she is bigger than the Daily Wire. And she's been part of this ongoing beef with the Daily Wire. Ben Shapiro specifically. Ben Shapiro is trying to sabotage her life, her finances, everything behind the scenes, which is pretty scummy if you ask me. Because the Daily Wire has been losing a lot of support behind the scenes. They've been losing views, money. They even have to let go of half of their staff. Candace is right now showing how powerful it is to be an independent political figure. Now with the beef of Laura Loomer, I don't have to go in this big spill. We all know who Laura Loomer is. If you go down this rabbit hole, you'll find that she has her own skeletons in her own closet, and there's a rabbit hole of why she can't even own a gun. You'll also discover that she's made a lot of young Republicans uncomfortable by making some type of sexual advances, very predatory behavior. Allegedly, you'll see the clips all over. You'll see the clips all over Twitter. I don't have to bring them all up. But lately, she's been going crazy on Candace Owens. And the beef has been picking up steam for two reasons, in my opinion. It's because Candace is very critical of Israel. Laura Loomer loves Israel. Number two, Candace has been doing this very deep investigation into Charlie Kirk's death, even accusing Erica Kirk of unaliving her own husband. Laura Loomer has a point of contention with these things, and ever since then, she's been going very hard on Candace Owens.
Now, what are we going to do? What's the next step? Well, I think that there needs to be a review by DHS and Immigration Naturalization Services to look into whether or not George Farmer violated immigration law. Why do I bring this up? Because as I said, when this incident happened, one of the incidents, I'm talking about the drunk driving crash. The other incident, well, happened before he was a citizen as well. So the point is you have to report any type of crash or any type of crime that you commit. If you get arrested, any type of anything, if you get in trouble with the authorities while you were on a green card waiting to get citizenship. And it doesn't appear that George Farmer ever notified the immigration authorities of his DUI when he was a green card holder trying to get citizenship. Now, this could be considered immigration fraud, potentially, right? An investigation would need to be conducted to see what happened. But it also leads to another question, and that question is, did they pay somebody off to cover this up? Was somebody paid off within DHS or within Immigration Naturalization Services to cover this up for Candace Owens and George Farmer? Because a DUI is a deportable offense for non-citizens, and it permanently bars most individuals from U.S. citizenship due to a lack of good moral character. So the question is how is George Farmer now a U.S. citizen, and who protected him? So I started to do some digging, and what I found when asking this question and doing my investigative reporting this week, speaking to a source, is that apparently, allegedly, George Farmer has 2 prior DUI arrests from the United Kingdom. So not only is he drinking and driving here, endangering the lives of American citizens, no better than one of these, Sikh truck drivers on a CDL, right? These Sikh illegal alien drivers that we hear so much about. Basically, that is what George Farmer is. Essentially, he's no different. But he apparently also had 2 DUIs in the UK before coming to the United States. So then if that's the case, how did he even qualify for a green card? Because any type of background check would have revealed that he has a prior, I guess you could say, record of drinking and driving and endangering people's lives. This all would have been super disqualifying for George Farmer when he was applying for his citizenship. So again, I asked the question, who at DHS made an exception for Candace Owens and George Farmer? And given the fact that he became a citizen under, I guess it was 2025, that would have been under the Trump administration, who inside the Trump administration made an excuse for George Farmer? I think that the president should get to the bottom of this, especially since the president himself has been very critical of Candace Owens. I think that President Trump and DHS Secretary Mullen should investigate whether or not somebody was improperly paid off or somehow somebody turned a blind eye to the fact that Candace Owens' husband received a DUI and allegedly was in possession of a firearm at the time of this DUI while he was still a green card holder.
If you're on Twitter, you know it's the Wild Wild West. It's pretty crazy. And these two have been going back and forth like crazy over the past month and a half. And as you can see, Candace Owens just hitting back. We're so scared you're going to report us to ICE. Please don't, Larry. You're so good at stalking us. Won't you miss us if we get deported? We haven't slept since you last caught us fleeing the country with the gold bullions we were hiding in the Vatican. Any update on his family's investments? Also, please don't mention our imminent divorce again or the 88 Nazi thing. We've done everything to hide it, but you're just too good at schizophrenia. Laura Loomer has been attacking Candace Owens' family, saying, especially specifically the husband, bringing up his mugshot. I think the Jigsaw thing is a very sore spot for Laura Loomer. A lot of people think she looks like Jigsaw. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge about that. But as you can see, and I just had to show this exchange right here. More insults and deflection from Candace Owens. Candace Owens, why were you asking people on your show this week for donations for your legal defense fund after you were served with another lawsuit? Candace Owens is getting sued by everybody. It's crazy. Even the French president is suing Candace Owens. I tracked down the vehicles that are at one of your multi-million-dollar mansions in Nashville, and you have nearly $1 million in luxury cars parked at one of your homes. How sick does someone need to be to ask for their legal fees to be paid by their viewers when their car collection at one of your homes is worth 16 times the average American salary? Will you ever address the receipts I have uncovered, or will you keep ignoring them? People see what a fraud you are, and even your own Zionist Jewish lawyer have dropped you. You are a very gaudy person. You tell your viewers you need money, but you have at least $12 million in real estate hidden in your trust, and you have nearly $1 million in cars in your driveway. I made a diagram of what the cars are worth on an AI background so people can see for themselves how big of a grifter you are and how you scam your audience for donations. Care to discuss the VIN number of the Ram TRX truck on your husband's arrest report? She's pulling up this photo. It looks like a rapper's house. And pulling up a mugshot of George Farmer. I know a lot of people are saying this is fake. I'm not entirely sure. But I just think it's very diabolical, very low of Laura Loomer to just attack the fans. If I'm beefing with someone, if I have an op or something, I'm violating the op. I'm not going to attack their family, their spouse. I do think that is kind of low. But some people may argue that in the world of internet, nothing's off limits. Candace Owens does hit back, obviously. They've been going at it all day. Even right now, when I'm making this video, they're still clapping back at each other on X. For clarity, my family absolutely does not own $1 million in cars, nor do we own a black TRX pickup truck. This is categorically false. Nonetheless, Laura Loomer just accurately doxed my personal car, a new Range Rover my husband bought for after 7 years of marriage, as well as our family car that we use to drive our kids in. We just received a tip that she's allegedly pulling personal information via her soon-to-be husband. Allegedly, Loomer's husband, who goes by Jake at work, is the IT guy for Tamron Auto, owned by Canon. It is alleged that Laura encouraged him to break the law on her behalf, violating the Driver Privacy Protection Act and pulling information, home details, financing details, etc., so she can go after her enemies. They claim Andrew Jacob Simpson is using his employer's dealer accounts to access personal information regarding LLCS, which would include the new LLC that we used to purchase that car in. Claimed the minority partner in Tamron Cannon Auto has shared the video of Jake and Larry at the White House Hanukkah event getting congratulations from Trump on her engagement. He allegedly tells Jake to bring that video to all the meetings and share it. If this is true, Laura is using her fiance to hack user data with the express goal of stalking her adversaries. It is a crime and a very serious one on it. It may have been how she hacked personal information about your husband's job as well. Car dealers have access to everything you might fill out to get a car, which includes banking information. If it's all true, looks like Laura Loomer fell right into Candace Owens' trap. She had the trap card face down, has been committed. It looks like this beef is going to escalate from Twitter, from X, into the courtroom. But I'm very curious to see what happens next. This is just pretty diabolical. This is like the most craziest internet Twitter beef that we've had since, remember, I don't know if you remember last year, the Trump and Elon Musk was going back and forth online. But this is the craziest Twitter beef of the year, no doubt. More intense than any rap beef, whatever the case may be. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you Team Candace? Do you like Laura Loomer? Who do you think is in the right? Do you think a line has been crossed? I'm very curious to see what you guys say this, but I'm out of here. Peace.